Good afternoon. On behalf of the Oberoi Education Society and Mira Model School, the principal, students, and staff, I welcome today's keynote speaker, Mr. Nozomu Hagihara. MW Edelman rightly said, education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving your community and the world better than you found it. To spread the light of knowledge, this year we are joined by our neighboring schools. We have Rich Harvest School, Janakpuri. We are also honored with the gracious presence of our respected chairman, Mr. Mohit Oberoi, and Mrs. Amy Jacob Oberoi, school manager, Mrs. Sadna Bhala, esteemed members of the managing committee, respected principal ma'am, members of the PTA, colleagues, parents, and alumni watching us online. It is my honor to welcome you all to today's 5th edition of K.B. Oberoi Memorial Lecture in remembrance of Mr. K.B. Oberoi, founder chairman of Mira Model School. This is an occasion to pay tribute to his rich legacy and reflect on his remarkable contributions.
ओबेरॉय एजुकेशन सोसाइटी के भूतपूर्व अध्यक्ष और मीरा मॉडल स्कूल के संस्थापक चेयरमैन स्वर्गीय श्री के.बी. ओबेरॉय सर की स्मृति में होने वाले इस 5वें वार्षिक व्याख्यान में हम मीरा परिवार की ओर से आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत करते हैं। श्री के.बी. ओबेरॉय सर के सकारात्मक दृष्टिकोण और दूरदर्शिता का ही परिणाम है कि पिछले 50 से अधिक वर्षों में यह विद्यालय एक बीज से आरंभ होकर वर्तमान में एक विस्तृत वट वृक्ष का रूप ले चुका है और आजादी के पिछले 5-6 दशकों में हजारों विद्यार्थियों को शिक्षा प्रदान कर चुका है, जिनमें से अनेक विद्यार्थी देश विदेश में उच्च पदों पर आसीन हैं।
Our keynote speaker landed in Bodh Gaya, Bihar as a humanitarian worker of an international NGO in 2020 to manage rural development programs, work against poverty in India after leaving his first job at Toyota Motor Corporation in Japan. He established FC Lono in 2021. He is currently working in a global accounting firm in Gurugram. He regularly travels from Gurugram to Bodh Gaya to balance work and commitment towards FC Lono. Mr. Hagihara has a rich over 19 years football experience. He has played for the Ritzimuchen University Soccer Club and Junior League Poita Trinita under 18 division.
नोजोमू हागिहारा सर के बारे में जितना कहा जाए उतना कम है। उन्होंने एक नहीं बल्कि अनेक क्षेत्रों में अपना योगदान दिया है। जब नोजोमू हागिहारा पहली बार टोयोटा की चमचमाती कांच की इमारतों से निकलकर बिहार की धरती पर उतरे थे, तो यह उनके लिए बस एक अस्थायी काम था। सरकारी नियुक्ति, करियर की एक छोटी सी अवधि, बायोडेटा पर लिखी जाने वाली एक पंक्ति की तरह। लेकिन कभी-कभी जिंदगी की पटकथा को एक छोटी फुटबॉल भी बदल देती है। यह कहानी शुरू हुई एक गेंद से। एक साधारण दिन पर खरीदी गई, धूल भरे मैदान पर किक मारी गई उस गेंद ने गांव के अनेक नंगे पांव चलने वाले बच्चों को अपनी ओर खींच लिया। उत्सुक, उत्साहित, खेलने को बेचैन। उसी क्षण हागेहारा सर ने सोचा और वह देखा जो दूसरों की नजरों से अब तक छिपा हुआ था। यह हमारा सौभाग्य है कि नोजोमू हागेहारा सर आज हमारे बीच हैं। हमें पूर्ण विश्वास है कि आज उनके द्वारा दिए जाने वाले व्याख्यान से हम सभी अवश्य लाभान्वित होंगे। आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है सर।
Our principal, Mrs. Meenakshi San, and the school vice captains, Vardhan Sondi and Ronak Relan, and school secretary Bani Kalra, to welcome our chief guest, Mr. Nozomu Hagihara, with a planter as a token of our appreciation for facing the occasion. Lamp lighting represents dispelling of darkness with light, the pursuit of knowledge, and the auspicious beginning of an endeavor. The ceremony signifies enlightenment, purity, unity, and a commitment to a noble path. I request Sadhana ma'am, Chairman sir, Annie ma'am, and Mr. Nozomu to light the lamp. Principal ma'am.
आरोग्यं सुखसम्पदः द्वेषबुद्धिर्विनाशाय आत्मज्योति नमोस्तुते आत्मज्योति प्रदीप्ताय ब्रह्मज्योति नमोस्तुते ब्रह्मज्योति प्रदीप्ताय
दीप प्रज्वलन भारतीय संस्कृति का अत्यंत पवित्र और प्रतीकात्मक अनुष्ठान है। तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमया अर्थात अंधकार से प्रकाश की ओर ले चलो। इस भाव का मूर्त रूप है दीप प्रज्वलन। यह ज्ञान, सत्य, आशा और सकारात्मकता का प्रतीक है। दीप जलाने का अर्थ है अपने भीतर के अज्ञान, नकारात्मकता और निराशा के अंधकार को मिटाकर ज्ञान, प्रेम और सद्भावना का प्रकाश फैलाना। आज आप सभी को जानकारी है कि आज धनतेरस का त्योहार भी है। तो दीप प्रज्वलन और धनतेरस दोनों ही जीवन में अंधकार से प्रकाश, रोग से आरोग्य और अभाव से समृद्धि की ओर होने का संदेश देते हैं।
गुरु ज्योति नमोस्तुते दीप ज्योति परम ज्योति दीप ज्योति जनार्दन दीपो हरतु मे पापम दीप ज्योति नमोस्तुते शुभं करोति कल्याणम् आरोग्यं सुखसम्पदः द्वेषबुद्धिर्विनाशाय
Today, we gather to celebrate the legacy of a person whose tireless dedication to education continues to inspire generations. Mr. K.B. Oberoi was the founder chairman of Oberoi Education Society. His vision and guidance have led to the growth of the school, and he continues to be our guiding force. He guided the school from being a mere idea to the flourishing, over 50 years old institution that it is today. Mr. Oberoi's dedication and commitment in promoting education in post-independence India is unparalleled. He was born on 21st October 1926 at Kalaganj district, Kambalpur in Pakistan. He loved sports. He captained his school hockey team and also played in the Punjab University hockey team. Besides this, he was a good athlete, an excellent boxer, and a fine badminton player, winning many accolades and trophies in the sporting arena.
श्री केबी ओबरॉय सर ने लाहौर के फोरमैन क्रिश्चियन कॉलेज से स्नातक की परीक्षा उत्तीर्ण की और स्नातकोत्तर की पढ़ाई के लिए वे दिल्ली आ गए, जहां उन्होंने दिल्ली स्कूल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स से बिजनेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में मास्टर डिग्री प्राप्त की। ओबरॉय सर एक प्रतिबद्ध शिक्षाविद होने के साथ साथ एक कुशल एवं सम्मानित व्यवसायी भी थे। वे दिल्ली मैनेजमेंट एसोसिएशन डीएमए और दिल्ली उत्पादकता परिषद डीपीसी जैसे अनेक प्रतिष्ठित संस्थानों के सदस्य भी रहे। उनके हुनर और बहुमुखी प्रतिभा की पहचान केवल देश में ही नहीं बल्कि विदेशों में भी थी। ओबरॉय सर को यात्राएं करना और नए नए अनुभव प्राप्त करना बहुत पसंद था। यही कारण है कि उन्होंने मॉरिशस, दोहा, अबू धाबी, दुबई के अलावा यूके, यूएसए, सिंगापुर, जापान और मंगोलिया जैसे कई देशों की यात्राएं की।
Mr. Nozomu Hagihara has graciously accepted our invitation to share insights on integrity that aligns his vision and life's philosophy with Mr. K.B. Oberoi's vision. Oberoi sir left an indelible mark through his tireless efforts, inspiring generations. This memorial lecture series serves as a testament to Mr. K.B. Oberoi's enduring impact. We gather to honor his memory, celebrate his achievements, perseverance, and continue his pursuit of knowledge.
नोजोमो हागिहारा सर जापानी सरकार के एक कृषि प्रोजेक्ट के लिए बिहार आए थे। जापान की तरह वहां दफ्तर के बाद जाने के लिए मॉल नहीं थे, न मनोरंजन के अन्य साधन थे। जिंदगी कुछ खाली खाली सी लगती थी। एक दिन उन्होंने बस शरीर को थोड़ा चलाने के लिए एक फुटबॉल खरीदी। जैसे ही उन्होंने गेंद को मैदान में किक मारी, आप विश्वास नहीं करेंगे, बच्चे चारों ओर से दौड़ आए, नंगे पांव, उत्साहित लेकिन खेलने को आतुर। यही पल उनके लिए उनके जीवन का टर्निंग पॉइंट था, जब उन्होंने महसूस किया कि इन बच्चों में कमी संभावनाओं की नहीं अवसरों की है और उन्होंने उन बच्चों को अवसर दिए। फुटबॉल उन अवसरों को जोड़ने का पुल बन गई। एक साधारण गेम से शुरू हुई ये यात्रा आज एक नए समाज का सपना बुन रही है और फिर सालों बाद अब वे एफसी नोनो के जनक हैं। एक ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट जहां फुटबॉल का मकसद सितारे बनाना नहीं बल्कि आत्मविश्वासी और सशक्त इंसान बनाना है। उनकी यात्रा अनेक अकादमियों से लेकर बाल सुधार गृहों तक, 2000 किलोमीटर के ड्रिबलिंग अभियानों से लेकर उन अभिभावकों को मनाने तक पहुंची है जो मानते थे कि बेटियां मैदान में नहीं घर में रहनी चाहिए।
FC Nono was set up to solve various social problems and dedicated to social change in developing countries. As a charitable and social project, its mission is to improve inclusive living conditions of young girls and boys who are forced to live in poverty of both birth, through a wide range of social activities focused on health, education, and human resource development towards sustainable livelihoods. He reaches out to the youth in poor families, prisoners, the disabled, and street children. His goal is to create sustainable impact by bridging insights from both business and grassroots developments. The extraordinary 2,000-kilometer football dribbling journey, which began on March 3, 2025, combined athletic endurance with a call for social change, drawing attention to critical issues faced by communities across the country. Over the course of several weeks, Mr. Hagihara engaged with locals and organizations along the route, using sports as a unifying factor for dialogue and empowerment.
नोजोमो हागिहारा सर द्वारा संचालित किड्स कोचिंग प्रोजेक्ट बेहद दिलचस्प रहा है, जहां वे अपने ही खिलाड़ियों को अगली पीढ़ी के लिए कोच बना रहे हैं। उनका मानना है कि लीडरशिप कोई क्लासरूम में सिखाई जाने वाली अवधारणा नहीं है, वह जिम्मेदारी से गढ़ी जाती है। जब हमारे बच्चे अन्य छोटे खिलाड़ियों को कोच करते हैं तो वे अपने सीखे हुए ज्ञान पर विचार करने लगते हैं, अपने कौशल को शब्दों में ढालना सीखते हैं और अनुशासन का बेहतर उदाहरण प्रस्तुत करते हैं। इसके अलावा वे किशोर अपराधियों, अनाथ बच्चों और आर्थिक रूप से कमजोर वर्ग के बच्चों के साथ भी काम करते हैं।
Mr. Hagihara's profound thought for his cause and service can be easily assessed from his words, and I quote him: "Football leads me anywhere I want to be. If I was born by chance in Japan, where I can get anything. If I had been born here in India, this question led me to think how I can serve those kids." I now invite Mr. Nozomu Hagihara to deliver the 5th K.B. Oberoi Memorial Lecture.
Namaskar, everyone. Namaste, namaste. First of all, thank you so much for having me on here. Thanks, Mohitji, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. It's really honored to be a speaker for this 5th Mr. Oberoi's memorial lecture. So I was very much excited to be here and interact, not only talk, but interact with you all, each one of you, in person or even online as well. And happy Diwali also. Yes, happy Diwali. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. So today's theme or topic that I brought is obviously integrity. Okay. This is something that I learned from Hiji that Mr. Oberoi wanted to bring or even embody through his activity for not only school but also the community, right? And also the integrity is something that I also wanted to embody, or I also do embody now as much as possible. And then I thought I can share some part of the experience or story that I've been gaining from my Bihar activity, plus this India's 2,000 kilometers dribbling challenge. That is also the Guinness World Record Challenge, dribbling challenge, as you already saw the screen, held starting from 3rd of March until the 15th of May. Okay. So by the way, I lost 11 kg these 2 months. Okay. As you can imagine, if you run or dribble starting from Kolkata to New Delhi during this like a peak hottest dry season, you know? So I'm gonna share some experiences and with you all for this week. But without further, let me begin about my lecture. Okay. Okay. Please, thank you. Go ahead. What do you think? Like, is that better to turn off this light here?
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe. Okay. Is it better? Okay. I think I got already introduced by the host. But once again, my name is Mera naam Nozomu Hagihara hai. Okay. But मेरा nickname तो Nono है. No. Okay. नहीं है. तो मेरा नाम नहीं है. Or sometimes people say yes, or maybe. But please call me No. Easy, na? No, है ना? So, by the way, Nozomu, Japanese मतलब asa, means hope. Nozomu, hanji, hope. So, I was born and grown up in Japan, the town named Okayama, next to Hiroshima. You know Hiroshima, right? Yes. So, west side of Japan. It's a middle place size of Japan. So I was born and grown up there. But when I was 15, I left my house to join one of the Japanese professional teams academy because my dream was to be a professional soccer player. So since 15 years old, I've been away from my family. Yes. And after I graduated university in Kyoto, which is one of the most historical places in Japan, I have joined Toyota Motor Corporation. You know Toyota, right? Gari. Toyota Corporation, and I worked for them 3 years and a half as a car supply coordinator at the head office of Toyota. And as you can imagine, Toyota leading mega top classic Japanese company, which a lot of university students also wanted to enroll, right? There's a few seats. I was very lucky to be evaluated my maybe leadership or communication, whatever they see. So I was lucky enough to join Toyota Motor Corporation, and Toyota, obviously, working environment, good paisa na, and no doubt. And I've got a lot of beautiful peers, very smart, wise people, work with them. Same time, I wanted to do something meaningful rather than just business making profit. Okay, so then I decided to leave my corporate back in 2019. I worked for them for 4 years around. Then decided to pursue my international corporation career. Okay, then I left Japan, and initially my second goal was to be a United Nations worker. You know, UNICEF or WHO, UNDP, WFP, etc. So they've got like two conditions to be a UN workers. One, master. Second, working experience, more than 3 years working experience with related field. Then I was assigned by Japanese government organic farming project in Bihar. Honestly speaking, I didn't choose or I didn't mean to be in Bihar or India initially because of my profile or CV to be a UN worker. Okay, I got in Bihar. This is very honest initial stage how I connect with India. So then I ended up in Bihar. So initially I was planning to stay there for 2 years for the experience, and I ended up there March 2021. It was during the COVID time. So, and then, you know, like I didn't mean to do any sports initiative. I was doing organic farming project. Lekin, living in the countryside or village side of India, as you can imagine, and Bihar, dry state, you know. There's not so many things to do for my spare time after 5 o'clock, you know. So, what I did was I purchased one get-up football to do my exercise. Then you can imagine there are a lot of children comes to me to ask me to teach football. Okay, so this is how I began my football initiative. Yes, and through this football initiative, I observed that the children I work with has a lot of issues or so-called adversities because of their external reason that they cannot change, which is gender or skill class or the environment they're born, right? So next slide, please. Yes, so Bihar, needless to say, sorry, Bihar, you know? Oh, by the way, Bihar, the entire population, does anyone know the figure or numbers? Okay, so Bihar, sorry, you know? Okay, anyway, so Bihar total population is as same as Japan entire population. Yes, yes. So Bihar is a huge number of people there. So next slide, please. And I think this is needless to explain for the Indian people, but Bihar are still the so-called the most underdeveloped states within these Indian states. So the environment that students are running is lack of education, like the literacy rate is super low, and the gender issues there, especially like early marriage, child marriage, forced marriage, and human trafficking are there still in the super countryside village. And because of this economic reason, the nutrition deficiencies are there. Okay, so this is all the issue that they have. I call adversity that children need to against this or tackle this. Okay. So though today's theme or topic that I brought is integrity, and I'm going to share the driven challenge experience. But as a premise, what is the issue I work with or who I work with is the most important. Okay, so to proceed my conversation, so let me explain this. Okay. And next slide, please. Okay, and then my mission, my football class mission is through sports and education, I aim to create a society where everyone can unlock their potential and take action by their own willpower and achieve self-realization. So simply, I want to let them to make their dream come true by their own will or by their own hands. So within this regard, I need to support them to create some opportunities. So next, please. So what we do there is one sports for development, which is using sports, especially soccer, football, as a tool to support children's growth while developing their social abilities. And second is sports for excellence, third life skill session, education, leadership. And I'm not going to get into deep about this program because this is not my topic today. However, if I talk about leadership, next please. Next please. This is one of our core activities, pillars, that leadership program. The children who I work with, who's been practicing last 4 years with me, now they teach football for other village children at the age of 10 to 14. So every Sunday they go to another village to teach football as a youth coach. Okay, and this is one of our main program. Next, please. Yes, and again, today's this is one of the main topic or example that I wanted to talk with you. Dribbling challenge for 2,000 kilometers across India. Starting from Kolkata to New Delhi. So I've covered 6 states: Kolkata, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Bihar, UP, Haryana, New Delhi. So 2,000 kilometers is the exact same distance from northern top Japan to the southernmost Japan. Yes. So when I talk about this for Japanese people, they go like, Karab, yeah. So next please. Yeah, so maybe some of you already see my video from somewhere, social media, whatever. But to be in the same table, I wanted to once again let you grasp the image, how it looks like dribbling in India. You know? So please have a look at this one. Video. You capture? Thank you. Thank you so much. Next, please. And then these are sort of like the reaction of the local media video. So, thank you, please.
विश्व रिकॉर्ड बनाने का सपना लिए निकला है। ये फुटबॉल खिलाड़ी दिल्ली की राह पर चलते हुए जहां जहां से निकल रहे हैं, उनके इस अनोखे जज्बे को लोग सलाम भी कर रहे हैं।
सड़क पर फुटबॉल से ड्रिबलिंग करते हुए हजारों किलोमीटर की दूरी नापते ये हैं जापानी फुटबॉलर नोनो। इनका पूरा नाम है नोजोमो हागिहारा। दरअसल 31 साल के नोनो का मकसद फुटबॉल से ड्रिबलिंग करते हुए ही गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड बनाना है। कोलकाता से दिल्ली 2000 किलोमीटर का चैलेंज लिया है नोनो ने और इसके लिए वो 1000 किलोमीटर का सफर पूरा भी कर चुके हैं।
So currently I'm taking challenge which is covering 2000 kilometers distance from Kolkata to New York with dribbling and football. So this is challenge because I'm
Okay. Yes. Next, please. Yes. Before I get into the reason I started this, why I did it. But for this driven challenge, along the journey, I conducted speeches or football workshops or interaction with a local educational institute or UN workers or BGP, UP head, police, IPS head office or Nippon India Mutual Fund or the corporate people to tell the importance of sports as well as grassroots activity. Plus, some topic also included integrity, especially these police, GDP, IPS, or United Nations, because these people are the authority, has a lot of influence power, right? So they purely need to follow the certain guideline or compliance or the rules to serve for the society and community. Next, please. So, a lot of people ask me why I did it. Yes? So, the reason is quite simple. Next, please. Simple question from the kids and my thought come. As a coach, educator, or simply as an adult, work with the Bihar children or kids there. And like I always tell the children, you have to take challenge, and you have to put your right efforts. Again, sometimes, or not sometimes, a lot of times, a lot of adults, including myself, make a lot of contradiction. The statement or words we say and the action we take is not something aligned, right? Because many times teacher tell you, okay, you have to take challenge, and I did the same for the village children. However, what is my challenge? Or one of the boy named Saurabh asked me, अरे नोनो भैया, तो आपका challenge क्या है? आप क्या कर रहे हैं, है ना? So even, of course, for a lot of the adults, or for me, it's very clear that I'm taking challenge, which is running my NGO in Bihar. This is part of my challenge, right? However, it doesn't matter for the village children, So I had to do something very simple challenge that even Indian village children can understand visually, So this question started to think about and make me think, what is my challenge? Am I not making any contradiction to the children who I work with? Okay? Then I decided to take my self-challenge to embody the message and the philosophy that I'm carrying for the children. So, excuse me. Thank you very much. So I started to dribble it. Oh, by the way, seeing this like Indian media video, a lot of people say, okay, you did like juggling 2,000 kilometers. No, okay? Juggling is like a juggling, no? This is juggling. Okay, dribbling is like this, messy. So I did dribbling challenge. Okay, not juggling, okay? So then I decided to take this dribbling challenge, starting from Kolkata to New Delhi. But initially, my target was to cover only 500 kilometers because I was working for Japanese corporate. You know, like once you join the company industry, you only have like a 25 days like paid leave, right? So I started to figure out, okay, 500 kilometers can be done maybe 20 days something. So that I can use my paid leave. So 500 kilometers maybe Oberoi, Bihar to Kolkata. But India, Etna Bara, seeing Google map, India, very big, huge. Then I thought, okay, later finish this project, a lot of people, including Japanese people, will ask, okay, like how 500 kilometers looks like, right? Because they have no clue. But 500 kilometers from Kolkata to Bihar is very, very chota. And so, okay, I have to make very simple, easy challenge across India. That's why I decided to do 2,000 kilometers from Kolkata to New Delhi across India. Then I messaged to my company president. So I think I have to dribble 2,000 kilometers India. So I don't think I can continue my work. So he said, what's happening? But he was very kind, yeah. Okay, you work 2 hours per day. Okay, so I become a part-time worker. So while dribbling challenge, after dribbling, then I open my laptop and then had a meeting with my client and stuff. And Japanese client asked me, "Are Nonoji, why you so black?" Because I'm dribbling in India. I'm sorry. So this is my dribbling challenge. Anyways, next please. Yes, so of course today's main topic is integrity. However, another message I want to carry, which is beyond limit and border. And initially, before I came to this challenge, I was preparing. I was working in Tokyo for 2 months because I had to be there for January, February. Then I had a consult with my doctor or physio in Tokyo, a university from Tokyo, and Tsukuba University, one of the top prestigious hospital university. So they said, I asked them, sir, what do you think? What is like doable distance if I dribble in India? The temperature goes like more than 40 degrees, and all the concrete is there. And they said, I would say maybe 25 kilometers for 2 months, 3 months is maybe maximum, as far as they can imagine, like human capacity, right? So okay, I said, okay, let's go, 25 kilometers per day. Then I calculate. So that was the initial plan. However, at the end, the result, I covered before. Yes, I covered a 40 kilometers per day on the Yes, which is do you know full marathon, right? Full marathon? Full marathon is a 42.195 kilometers. So every day, full marathon with dinner. But what I want to say here is, I didn't mean to cover 40 kilometers every day. How it happened? Okay, so day by day, 25 kilometers. So day one, exhausted, seriously. The temperature goes 41, 42. And you can imagine, you saw video. Dribbling India, there are a lot of defenders. Right? Like sometimes, bought like a drunk local Uncle G, Uncle Chacha, or even cows or chickens or the village children. What am I? What am I? And a lot of defenders, I have to, very tired, come on. Same time, I wanted to interact with them also, What's your mission? How do you live? Like how are you living in village side of Jharkhand or whatever maybe. So they're very tired, very tired. But there, I could observe. What? Day 2, day 3. I observe that I can stretch my distance. 30, 35, 40. That's like, oh my God, now, I can do dribbling, same as full marathon distance. Then 45, 50, and then 60. And during this 2 months and a half, I did 7 times ultramarathon distance. Ultramarathon, Mohito-san know, the ultramarathon is something marathon that cover more than a full marathon distance. It goes like 70 kilometers, 80 kilometers, 90 kilometers. Then I've done 2 times 100 kilometers dribbling in a single day. Yes. Thank you. In some village from Lucknow, and because I wanted to beyond my capacity and I could observe human capacity, So beyond the limits in capacity is something always created or made by your thought or ideas. Because these Tokyo doctors, they have no clue, right? This capacity, right? So you have to, you cannot set your capacity, okay, this is my capacity. Because maybe you think, these maybe 20 plus years experienced football player, that's why Nonoji can do that. No. So you cannot set your capacity. Okay? And next please. Same time, not only capacity limits and my topic today, integrity, Because this dribbling challenge is, of course, Guinness World Record challenge. And there is, certain rules I had to set within myself, or for this Guinness challenge also. Next, please. Because, why integrity matters, even for this dribbling challenge. This is the picture when I reached Lucknow after 100 kilometers. It took 15 hours to dribbling, And then at the end of the Lucknow, chaotic, congested, crowded, big city Lucknow turns into silent. No one there. Complete silence. There is no audience. There is no crowd. There is no my family. There is no my teacher or whoever maybe observe me. Only my documentary teams are there. Right? So there are a lot of times I could break my rules because no one watching. And because it's tired. Who wants to do dribbling 100 kilometers, right? But this is my challenge now. And then before I share why these things matter, we have to define what's the integrity. Next, please. Maybe needless to say, because you already studied enough. However, integrity means doing the right things even when no one is watching, or certain policy or rule you have to follow. Okay? Integrity is not about being perfect, it's about being honest with yourself, or, of course, as a normal citizen, including myself, we have to follow the certain rules that we are living, the community or school or society, whatever maybe, or country. Okay? So there are the rules for the 2,000 kilometer challenge. The biggest rule, a set, or Guinness World Record challenge also said, is definition of dribbling. Okay? Is the distance between football and my body cannot be away more than 10 meters. Okay, 10 meters, follow us again, maybe. You see, it's quite far. However, if you dribble now, it's nothing. But as I said, a lot of defenders comes to me, you know. Seriously, you know, like these local people very much curious about to kick football. You know, as a football coach, more than happy that some of them started interested in football. However, this is not the case, right? Because I'm dribbling. Many times, local Uncle G, yes, kick football. And then, few times, football goes away because I didn't realize I was dribbling 30 kilometers. I'm exhausting. And then some drunk people who's riding a bike, motor scooty, or drunk people kick my football. And football goes away. So I really had to rush to catch my football. And these local people also wanted to chase this football. So I tackled him, you know, to protect. So if this distance goes away more than 10 meters, right? I have to back to the point where this distance happens. Because this is the rule we set. Otherwise, it cannot be happen. This is not dribbling challenge. If footballs go there, right? Am I doing dribbling? Nahi na. You're running here. So dribbling, we have to define what is dribbling. Otherwise, this is not dribbling challenge. So, even no one watch, like the picture that I showed you before, no one watch, or even see, if I follow the Google Maps, sometimes Google Maps are not being or following integrity. There is no road. Stairs are there. But still, I have to keep distance, you know. So sometimes I follow, you know, to protect my rules. I have to do like this, you know. Stairs. Next, please. Yes, from Kolkata to Delhi, driven to South Kilomore, 70 days, faced extreme heat, hunger, and loneliness, and then I've experienced all the body suffer issues like the heat stroke, food poison, stress fracture, a lot of things, you know. And next, please. Yes. And a spiritual test. My face is almost dying, you know. This is right before reaching to Lucknow. Only one gully. You know? But even no one watch the rule that you set with someone. In my case, I set the rule and I promised to the children. Okay? Sweetie, guitar, Sora, Lucky, Chatani. I'm gonna dribble from Kolkata to New Delhi. I cannot break, right? Because this is something we have to follow. We have to embody the certain rules that I set or someone set. Next, please. So integrity means not taking shortcuts, you know? Every single kilometers, every single step is dribbling. No matter what, okay? You have to follow my rules, okay? And next, please. Yes, and even when hired or unseen, you know, I did follow what I said and what I promised to myself and to the children. That's why this challenge is something purely memorable, and it's something purely I can proud of myself, or I can feel pure accomplishment, because only you are the person who knows you more than anyone else. Sometimes your best friend or girlfriend or boyfriend or whoever may be, something, not everything they understand, right? So you are the person who observed your action or statement, whether these two things are aligned. So you cannot lie, you cannot break this integrity yourself. Otherwise, this challenge is nothing. Khatam. Nah? And next, please. And this is what I learned also. Exactly. Which or KB Oberoi embody to bring the school or children or society. You know? Next, please. And then this is what exactly we need to carry for the current generation and next generation. Okay? Because, of course, if you see honesty, humility, integrity, seeing ChatGPT or asking Google, this modern society, answers are there, and definitions are there. However, when it comes to daily practice, it doesn't work, right? It's not easy at all to follow this integrity. The statement, what you say, what you act, align these two things is very difficult. Very simple, but very difficult. Okay? And this integrity builds the trust within you or within others. Okay? And without this integrity, leadership is like a aura, you know? And the leadership is not something done by chairman or president or the captain or vice president of the community. Because you also need to be a leader or president of your own life, right? You have to have your ownership and leadership to control your life, right? To accomplish and achieve your own dream, right? So this integrity, even no one watch how you spend time or how you act without classroom, when you back to your room, or when you run yourself, when you do fitness yourself, right? Or whatever may be. How you follow that is very, very important. And as a Japanese, it's been 4 years I got here. This is my 5th year. Unfortunately, very straight, India, there are a lot of space. Japan also, but especially India now, there are a lot of space we can improve or we have to improve. You know? Because India, jugaad. Anything can be done. Jugaad. When I got in India, surprised. God is coming opposite way. Uber driver said, because it's service lane. Even though it's not service lane, but still we have to follow. See, anything can be done in India, right? Even if I go to village, without having license, I can, like motorcycle, like Royal Enfield, but see, I intentionally brought this one. This is a international driving license, okay? Because see, anything can be done. However, you have to follow the rules, not only within you, not only like a driven challenge or Michi or Oberoi leader, but living the society or community or school, we must follow the rules. Otherwise, this is nothing. So this is something seriously. I think 2 things: follow the rules, and not only within yourself, but also, of course, other policy rules that the school has or society has. It's very normal, but in terms of being like our best practitioner, it's very difficult, not easy. My message is very simple, but in terms of bringing the daily life, it's not easy, right? So yes, this is something what I learned during the challenge. I wanted to, not for you, I wanted to bring for my generation, next generation. I feel from him and him. Next, please. So yes, integrity is telling myself the truth, and honesty is telling the truth to other people. Okay, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me, because I cannot change you. I only can change me. Enough? Okay, so that I think I can maybe tora influence to others. First things first, I have to change myself. I have to follow myself. If I don't have license, I have to go back to Japan to get it done. That's it. So next, please. So lastly, as we talk a lot of young talents, or not only young talents, but a beautiful audience. So a lot of people nowadays ask me, so Nonoji, you left corporate Japan, Toyota, and Tokyo. How do you find these things? And this is what is something I wanted to discuss about how finding purpose. Next, please. This is like a final kind of things I wanted to tell. So for me, yes, learning through how I ended up in Bihar, I was thinking how I connect my purpose. So maybe some of you already see this, but there are three circles. One is what you love, and second is what you are good at. Before, please. Okay, it's fine. And what the world or society needs. So using what you love and what you are good at. For my case, what you love is sports, especially football. I'm a football lover. And what you're good at is execution or influence. Using these two things combined together and service for others, service for communities. For my case, service for the children in Bihar. Goals, purpose. So what I want to say here is, every single one of us has something what we love, I must believe, and something what we have, what we are good at. It could be dancing, or mathematics, or football, or even supporting moms or parents, you know, and using for them, service for the others could be a purpose. So during this school, after you into the college, or after you into the corporate or career is not your goal, right? So after that, you continuously need to think, what is something I love? What is something I'm good at? And then who is the people who I want to contribute or support? In my case, by chance, it was India and Bihar. But it could be very simple. The person next to you. It could be your friends. It could be your partner. It could be your community, whatever it may be. So these three things, maybe we can every day figure out. And if you find it, next step is you can think how we can shape my strengths, or my passion. So this is at the end, sorry, it's a separate topic than integrity. However, I got a great opportunity to discuss and sit down together with you guys. I wanted to carry how I find my purpose. Yes, so I really appreciate India to give me not only spice, but also purpose. Yes. So this is it. Next, please. Yes. Thank you very much for being here and being patient listening. Thanks very much. Maybe I should next time try from Kolkata to New Delhi, juggling. No. Okay, sorry.
Thank you for elaborating upon the intricate relationship between community, collaboration, culture, and sports. Mr. Hagihara's mission stands as a powerful example of how sports can serve as a catalyst for meaningful change, bridging communities, and championing critical causes beyond the pitch. Today's lecture was an eye-opener. Thank you for the thought-provoking and insightful words, sir. Mr. Hagihara will now be answering any questions that the respectful gathering might have.
Yes. Mike.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Parth, and your 2000-kilometer ball dribbling journey sounds really fascinating. Sir, what was the toughest part of your journey?
First of all, okay?
Parth.
Us, okay, thanks for being brave to raise your hands as a first person. Thanks very much.
Thank you, sir.
You changed this entire audience. Thanks very much, I appreciate it. Yes, a very good question. I would say every single day was tough. However, yes, this 100 kilometers. Second 100 kilometers attempting was the toughest dribbling. Because, like I reached Lucknow for 100 kilometers. What happened was, I felt huge accomplishment, right? I've done it 100 kilometers by dribbling. Wow. But what happened? After 1 week, I was still holding this success. Every day, 100 kilometers, what a tough, But by chance, I'm not Gen Z, but I'm close to the generation to you. I was watching my social network. By chance, one video comes to my screen. That was the interview of the Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you know Ronaldo? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Cristiano Ronaldo. He seems very genuine answering from his heart what he said. He doesn't care how many times he won UEFA Champions League. And how many times he scored a goal. At the age of 40, he seriously said he doesn't care. What he cares about the most is how he can be present. How many times he can score tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Yes, this video makes me think, okay, I was holding my 100 kilometer success for 1 week. But still, this world top billionaires is practicing to be present. What's happening to me? So then I decided to my next challenge, which was to try 100 miles.
Okay, sir.
100 miles is 160 kilometers. Because 100 miles is one of the largest marathon. Okay, I have to forget about my 100 kilometers. Yes, I did it. Yes, correct. I acknowledge. However, I have to be present. I have to beyond my next capacity and limits.
Yes, sir.
So that's why I tried to do 106 kilometers from UP to Haryana straight away. The result, I failed. Yes. At the distance of 100 kilometers. At that time, I already covered 1,700 kilometers, 2 months. My knee started to burn, shaking. I couldn't proceed. Unfortunately, sadly, I had to be a little bit wiser. Okay, my biggest mission of this challenge is complete 2,000 kilometers. So I had to figure out my entire journey, unfortunately. So I had to stop 100 kilometers. That was toughest. However, I couldn't make 100 kilometers. But at least I tried. So I learned, I got to know about the taste of 160 kilometers. How it looks like.
Yes, sir.
I realized how it's very hard after 1,700 kilometers every day and 160. So I'm sorry, my answer goes a little bit different ways. But back to your point, the toughest moment was my second attempting of this 160 kilometers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My question for you is, what inspired you to combine your passion for football with creating social changes?
Okay, thanks very much. Very good point. Very fundamental point. As I said, after I left Toyota Motor Corporation, I wanted to involve for social sector, which was United Nations. And initially my point was like humanitarian worker, social worker in any field. But I didn't know how I can bring my value. You know? Because when I got in Bihar, my initial goal was to manage farming project, right? No sports, right? But by chance, I started to practice myself and a student comes to me. Then I could observe, okay, football, sports, which I've been doing last 20 years, can be a tool to assist these students or change something, you know? So then I got to know these three circles, something I love, which is football, you know? And then using my strengths, which is execution or the project management that I learned from Toyota or Ernst & Young EY, which is the largest accounting consulting firm, to involve a lot of people or parties, not only corporate, but also government, school, to service all the students goes my purpose, right? So by chance, I realized, okay, sports can be something very big one to be a game changer. So it was very by chance. But now I realize sports can be a huge tool. So that was the moment I realized that the sports can be a good tool. So am I answering for your point? Yeah, thank you very much.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Hazel. You have faced so many challenges and yet you kept going. What keeps you motivated on tough days?
Okay, thank you very much. Especially if I'm talking about this 3 minute challenge. Every day 40 kilometers, around for maybe 5 hours, 6 hours every day. There are a lot of space to think a lot of things in my mind, you know? So I had to encourage myself to keep going, right? So sometimes I was thinking, okay, what do I eat after this 3 minute challenge? You know, concert I want to visit and stuff. But that motivation is not sustainable, you know, because 3 seconds cut down. Or second, you know, anyone knows Victorians, you know, and he's a very strict, super strict guy for him, not for others also. So I was imagining while I was dribbling, if David Goggins is running next to me, he's gonna shout me, no, what are you doing? You know, don't stop it. I don't want to say, but he's gonna say, okay, I'm sorry. He's like the guy, you know. I was imagining how to put myself, but if some strict guys are there, he's gonna smash my ass, right? I'm sorry. So, but this was not sustainable. At the end, what really pushed myself was Bihar Children's Space, Sorab, guitar, sweet tea. Because I promised them, sir, right? Because if I stop, how I can say my message for them? Because they're gonna ask me, no, we've been challenge keseka. I'm gonna say, achaka, but I stopped. I cannot lie, I cannot lie for them. So, to be the proud teacher, I have to push to not to be a liar. So that was the most sustainable motivation to push myself. Yes, thank you.
Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon.
What advice would you give to young people who want to use sports as a platform for social change but don't know where to start?
Correct. Thank you. See, in terms of sports, there are a lot of ways, right? Like it could be a sports coach or physio, a trainer or a director, or even like me, like social worker, right? So again, like what's if you're gonna use sports as a tool to do something, what's your strengths? Like, do you actually want to run it, or how you wanna use sports as a tool? Because of course I'm teaching football. However, teaching football is not something only the role that I'm taking, because I have to manage my own organization, right? So managing organization requires different roles or ability also, right? Or some different like taste you can feel. So even if you think about like sports, like how and what is something sustainably, realistically you can bring your value or something you can continue, you know? So maybe a lot of ways. And then there are a lot of people who you can benchmark with in terms of like player, coach, trainer, physio, or social worker, or president of the AIFF, whatever maybe. Maybe you can figure out who is something you wanna look up, you wanna benchmark with. And knock the door and ask them how you become this profession, you know? If you wanna be the social worker using sports, you can ask me, you know? If you wanna run school, you can ask him, Mohitji, you know? So different. You can a little bit like a breakdown how you want to bring sports as a tool to change and who you want to work with. I hope answer a bit more helpful for you guys. Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, I am Rajveer Singh. I recently became the world champion in arm wrestling.
Oh, I saw you. Congratulations. Mohit shared your video. Wow, inspiration. How was the experience? I want to know. I want to interview you. How are you feeling now? Just over here.
So I'm feeling really proud that I was able to do something for my nation and school and relatives. So yeah, it was a very good experience.
Yeah, like what changed before and after?
Before, no one knew me. Everyone was like, yeah, he's a normal arm wrestler. Because arm wrestling is not a
Yeah.
global sport and also not very famous. So after I became the world champion, arm wrestling really grew after that actually.
Yeah?
Yes.
Do you feel it?
Yes.
Wow, congratulations.
In different areas of India, the competition started begin. So I was really feeling good.
Congratulations. Thanks very much for the inspiration. Thank you.
So I wanted to ask you the question that what is the biggest challenge you have faced in using football for social change and how did you overcome that challenge?
Correct. I have very clear answer. Unfortunately, still village side of India, playing sports is not something grows yet. After class 10 Hogiato, you have to, your parents start to look up your future husband, right? No matter your wish, right? So still culture is not there. Even no matter the daughter's wish, right? So communicating with the village parents was one of the top difficulties still I'm facing with. How I overcome or got a assistance from them is, of course the parents always think about your kids' happiness. For them, finding good husband as quickly as possible by them, make them think this is happiness for your daughter, right? Because you don't want your daughter being struggling or suffering from some issues, right? You want to find a good husband as quickly as possible, right? So it makes sense for the parents. Or even if your daughter plays football or sports, maybe you're gonna spend more time for sports than doing some, couple of washing or getting some water from the village and stuff like that. So within that, there's certain appropriate reason they have, right? So we have to, each one of them, we have to think with them. So suppose, give you an example. Gender equality, right? To let girls play sports is not happening without boys' support. So what I did was, of course, I sat down with the brothers of this, the sister who want to play football. So we have to sit down together. Hey guys, in Japan, we also do a couple of washing sometimes, or I cook also, right? So without your support, your sister cannot play sports. So please help. Yeah? So then, parents also can understand, okay, your brothers also study support. So that is a huge criteria for these boys to get some opportunity, okay? And secondly, I took every year we do a sports exposure from like Bihar to Janakpuri or other state. So I took 2 village moms. One, most loudest mom, and then one most supportive mom. I took 2 with us taking train, Lazan Express, going other state. And then let the parents grasp the entire picture, image. How your daughter doing excellent work in a football and education. Okay? So that they can understand, okay, there's another option. That my daughter can be happier and healthier rather than just be married, So this is something like a correspondence for parents is something difficulties, but of course they have like a proper reason. So we have to sit down together and think about it first. That's it. All good? Yes.
So when are you posting a girls' school or Mira Model School?
Anytime. Anytime if they wish, yes, I can. For the beginner who want to try something new, not only football but some exercise, running. Very I can teach. Not like being a professional, but enjoy the moment of the getting into sports. Of course, anything. Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
If you could recommend only one small daily habit for Mira Model School students, what it would be and why?
Okay. Good. As me myself, I have a habit for running, and then a lot of things. Very good question. Very good question. Okay, maybe one morning and before you sleep, think who you want to be. Okay, because thinking what I want to do is very difficult sometimes. See, like finding like passion or something good at is very tricky question. By chance, I found okay, sports, football is my passion or something good at or something like that, or what I love. But a lot of people they don't have like what I want to do. But at least we can think who I want to be. Like I want to be a great father, or I want to be a cool guy. I want to be a beautiful woman or something, So determine what is some figure who you want to be. Do you want to be a healthy person? Do you want to be just laying down and watching Netflix every single day, or scrolling a smartphone? This is something you want to think the figure is something you want to be. At least, even if you don't have something you want to do, right? You must have the figure. I want to be the person like this. I want to be the president, or I want to be the good guy, or whatever maybe, right? So morning, right after you wake up, you can a little bit like take a moment, only 3 seconds, right? What is something who I want to be, or before sleep. And if you can have determined the figure, right? Action comes later, because if I want to be a healthy person, I have to do something healthy, right? Not running, but my action, okay, rather I'm taking thumbs up, goes to maybe lime soda. Small things, right? Because if I want to be a healthy person, my action goes a little different. So maybe this is something habit we can do that. I think not. You don't have to be like running 10K every single day to be a healthy person or muscular guy, right? Simply imagine and then what is something action you can take. Even. So maybe the things we can start together. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, good afternoon. Sorry.
Firstly, thank you for sharing your journey with us. The amazing journey. It really shows that passion and purpose go a long way in making a change. My question to you is, what is the best thing that you like about India?
Very good. Only one? Only one. Best. Be honest, the people. Yes. Because this is very common question I get from the Japanese media. India is the different country, sometimes different planet for the majority of the Japanese. Still, I'm sorry. But because they don't have food, Indian food I love a lot. But Indian culture I love, of course. Sightseeing, I visited like 10 states. Beautiful. But if I still back this 4 years memory, if I close my eyes, think about India, people's faces are there, right? Because yes, culture, even food or nation is made by people here. So each encounter, yes, 100%. Even dribbling challenge, local language also. Are bhaiya, pani pilo. It's humanity beyond nations, right? Oh, beautiful. Chumma, Chumma. So thank you, Mira. Thank you. Oh, this or any online audience.
Thank you. We would like to move to the next section
Okay,
of
yes.
last section of today's event, and I would like to personally remark, sir, that your grasp of Hindi colloquial terms is amazing. है ना? I invite Mr. Mohit Oberoi and Mrs. Amy Jacob Oberoi to present a memento as a token of appreciation to our keynote speakers.
I'm gonna pass to him. Yes. Okay.
थैंक यू नजोमो सर। आप सभी जानते हैं कि बिहार अपने समृद्ध इतिहास, धार्मिक स्थलों, विशिष्ट व्यंजनों के अलावा मौर्य और गुप्त साम्राज्य का केंद्र भी रहा है। बिहार नालंदा, बोध गया और बुद्ध की कर्मस्थली के रूप में भी जाना जाता है, और अब बिहार नोजोमो सर के योगदान के लिए भी जाना जाएगा। तो आप इसके लिए बधाई के पात्र हैं सर, और आप प्रेरणा स्रोत हैं उन सभी के लिए जो दिशाहीन होकर काम कर रहे हैं कि किसी भी कार्य को अगर हम मन से करें तो उसका परिणाम अवश्य निकलता है। अपनी टीम के लिए तो सभी खेलते हैं, लेकिन जब आप समाज को ही अपनी टीम बना लेते हैं तो फिर आप अवश्य विजेता होते हैं। एक एक छोटा अनुभव मैं शेयर करना चाहता हूँ। हिंदी की प्रसिद्ध लेखिका मृदुला गर्ग अपनी आत्मकथा में लिखती हैं कि जब वे बिहार के डालमिया नगर में अपने काम के लिए गई तो वहां पर उनको एक नाटक करवाना था और उन्होंने देखा कि वहां पर जो आम लोग हैं वो जब सिनेमा देखने भी जाते हैं तो महिलाएं और पुरुष अलग अलग स्थलों पर बैठते हैं, अलग अलग जगह पर बैठते हैं। बाद में जब उन्होंने उस गांव में काम किया महिलाओं के साथ तो वो लिखती हैं कि जब उन्होंने नाटक के लिए उनको बुलाया तो तब उन्होंने जो टीम बनाई अपनी, तो महिलाएं दूसरे पुरुषों के साथ नाटक मंडली में शामिल हुई हैं। तो आप सोचें कि अपनी शिक्षा से, अपने प्रयासों से उन्होंने उनका मानसिक स्तर कहां से कहां पहुंचाया। और वही स्थिति आज उस समय बिहार की रही होगी जब आपके इंटरव्यू को मैं पढ़ रहा था कि जो कहते थे कि लड़कियां घर में रहनी चाहिए, उस मानसिकता से उठा करके उन्होंने आज में तैयार हैं अपनी बेटियों को फील्ड में भेजने के लिए। तो ये आपके एफर्ट्स हैं, हम आपको सलाम करते हैं सर। और यही असल मायने में यही महिला सशक्तिकरण है, यही जो है ग्रास रूट लेवल पर वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट है। तो जोरदार तालियों से हम नौजवान सर के योगदान को रिकॉग्नाइज करते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच सर। अब मैं प्रिंसिपल मैम मीनाक्षी संत मैम को इनवाइट करना चाहूंगा वोट ऑफ थैंक्स के लिए। आप आए।
Distinguished guests, respected Chairman Sir, Mr. Mohit Oberoi, Mrs. Annie Oberoi, our manager ma'am, Ms. Sapna Bhalla, esteemed colleagues, dear students. It is my solemn privilege to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of the school at the conclusion of the 5th Shri K.B. Oberoi Memorial Lecture. At the outset, I extend our deep sense of gratitude to Mr. Nozomu Hagihara for his profoundly inspiring and thought-provoking address. His words of wisdom, drawn from experience, vision, and integrity, have left an indelible impression on every listener present here today. We are truly honored by his gracious presence and the generosity with which he has shared his insights. This memorial lecture holds a special significance for all of us, as it not only commemorates the revered memory of the late Mr. K.B. Oberoi, but also celebrates the values that he embodied: hard work, simplicity, and resilience. Today, as we listen to Mr. Hagihara, we were reminded of the same spirit of integrity and dedication that unified these two remarkable individuals, separated across nations and generations. Their lives stand as shining examples of what can be achieved through sincerity of purpose and steadfast perseverance. On behalf of the chairman, Mr. Oberoi, who incidentally has also run 160 kilometers at the Bhatti mines, and his better half, who's also just run a marathon recently, the manager, Ms. Sapna Bhalla, the staff, and the students, I offer a heartfelt thanks to each and every person who worked with commitment and devotion to make this event a memorable success. From the organizers and speakers to those who managed the finer details behind the scene, your efforts have been indispensable. Once again, we express our profound gratitude to Mr. Nozomu Hagihara for his inspirational presence and for enriching this occasion with his noble thoughts. May the spirit of integrity that binds Mr. Hagihara and Mr. Oberoi continue to illuminate our path ahead. Thank you, and may this day long be remembered for its message of purpose, humility, and excellence. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Mohit sir. Thank you, Nozomu sir, Annie ma'am, Ramna ma'am, Meenakshi ma'am. आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। हम ऑफिशियली आज के कार्यक्रम की समाप्ति की घोषणा करते हैं। Thank you, Deepika ma'am, Sriti ma'am, for your support and guidance always. And thank you, Rich Harvest School ma'am, बच्चों, for joining us. I hope आपने कुछ ना कुछ सीखा होगा, कुछ ना कुछ इंस्पिरेशन आप अपने साथ लेकर जाएंगे और हमारा ये संबंध आगे भी बना रहेगा। आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। धन्यवाद बच्चों का जो जिन्होंने हमारे इस प्रपोजल को स्वीकार किया स्टे बैक का। आई होप आपने कुछ ना कुछ जरूर लर्न किया होगा और आप अपने जीवन में इसे अपनाएंगे जो भी नोज़ोमू सर ने अपनी स्पीच में अपने लेक्चर में कहा। थैंक यू टीम, थैंक यू एवरीवन। अगर किसी का नाम रह जाए तो हमें क्षमा करें। धन्यवाद। मनोज सर आप जहां भी हैं मेन स्टेज पर आ जाएं। मनोज सर,
ये सारे सेव हो रहे हैं।
वीना मैम है।
हमने सेव कर दिया।
मनोज सर आ गए। मनोज सर
मनोज सर को आने दो, मनोज सर के कैमरा अच्छा है।